Blogger Roundup. It's myOrganized.life, live January 18th, 2019.
Welcome
Running
to Friday.
to the end of the week.
Can you see it?
Yes,
I can
see the end of the week. Yes,
Yes.
it's exciting.
Yes, it is.
And I made a mistake yesterday saying that this was going to be our first Blogger Roundup
Yes,
of the
you
month.
did. It was a huge
We're
error.
but then you corrected me, but I'm still going to do a retraction. I publicly apologize for
Here we
rushing the month, or actually slowing the month
down. Yeah.
No, we don't, and that is a true apology. We don't want to rush, or we don't want to slow down January. We want to get through it. I know.
Yeah, that's
well,
true.
you know, the snowmobilers and the people that like skiing, they don't want it to go by.
That's true.
But okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, we have a Blogger Roundup.
Are you going to introduce our show?
Which is myOrganized.life live. I'm John Hunt.
And I'm Leanne Thompson.
This is the show where we give you organizing tips, advice, and try to change time by speeding or slowing up the months.
Yes,
but today we've got an action-packed show. So
yes, we do.
All Fridays are kind of like this. It
Yes.
seems to be one of the longer shows of the week.
It is, because we have lots to
We
discuss.
go in depth. And, you know, we could probably do more than 3 blogs, but, you know.
Yeah, but
just
three's
have-
enough. Three's a good
odd
number.
It's like the 3-legged stool, too, you know. You can't do the stool
Productivity
without
stool, yes.
Yes. Okay, so
Okay,
what do we
first
got?
blog. We have Simply Placed, our friend
All
Debbie
right.
Rosemont.
What's it called?
Organized systems for a clutter-eliminating lifestyle.
All right.
So first, and let me just start off by saying, when I was searching for blogs, you know that Marie Kondo,
Yeah.
what was it called? The tidying up
Yeah.
thing. That's sweeping the nation
that's 'cause
right
they're
now on
doing-
Netflix.
Yeah, right.
But remember months back, we
Yes.
talked about that quite a bit. So
We had the controversial
think-
2-part podcast
Yeah.
with Louise Korzika.
I think we were kind of ahead of our time.
were.
We were
Well,
actually ahead of Netflix. So
But
that's
the
saying
only reason
something.
we were ahead is because the professional organizer crowd was into this like 2 years ago.
True.
And now it's becoming mass appeal.
Yes.
But if you
So anyway,
want,
everyone's kind of talking about
I
that
think
now.
you should go though to sme.com, go to the podcast, sme.com/podcast,
Mm-hmm.
find the 2-part Louise Korzika evaluation
Right.
of the Marie Kondo. Is it Kondo or Condi?
It's
or,
Marie.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Mari-
it's KonMari.
KonMari, yeah,
Her
I know.
name is Marie Kondo.
Okay. So
It's confusing.
yes, it's confusing.
Confusing.
But Louise gives a nice kind of maybe alternate look at that.
yes, she does.
We get some comments about that too.
Yes.
So
So
you might
anyway,
want to check
everyone's
that out.
talking about that, but
Well, then, so
you know,
Debbie Rosemont
is talking about kind of a different approach. You know, Marie Kondo, you're supposed to hold this. Does this bring me joy? If not, throw it out.
Throw it out. Okay.
Well, that's not always.
Yeah, it works for
easy.
some people. Well, as like Debbie or any of the organizers would say, one size does not fit all.
Right, exactly.
It might work for someone, it
Yep.
might not work for someone else. So
Yep. So she says it's not always practical to make decisions that way without feeling overwhelmed. So she talks about how an organizer can come and help you break down into different sessions and how organizing is a process,
Right.
not an event.
right.
So she talks about the SPACE acronym,
Ooh.
SORT, which is an S.
S.
Bring like items together. You can see what you have.
Yep.
Purge.
Purge.
If you love it, keep it. If the answer is no, you know, what could you do if you didn't have it? Or,
Right. Thinking
you
about
know,
the
stuff like that.
alternatives. Yep.
and then A, the SMART acronym, assign a home. So it needs a home in order
Okay.
to keep yourself organized. It needs to be contained, which is the C.
Okay.
And then establish new habits. So thinking long and short term, identify what new behaviors or routines you will use to maintain your organized and clutter-free space.
Great.
So it's just kind of
That's
about honing your skill, not necessarily going through and throwing everything away that doesn't, you know,
Right.
bring you immediate joy.
Yeah, you know, and part of the problem with just getting organized is getting started.
Getting started.
Having
Exactly.
a little acronym like that would be great. We'll put the slide up now.
Yep.
Debbie Rosemont.
Simply Placed. The website is It's Simply Placed. Organized systems for a clutter-eliminating lifestyle.
Great. All right, our next slide up is from our friends at Organizers Northwest.
We haven't had them featured in a while.
OrganizerSNW.com, and that is Missy Gerber's company, but our friend Veronica,
Veronica Bishop
or
is
Ronnie as you call her.
Ronnie. We're tight, Ronnie.
You and Ronnie are like that, right?
And actually, she mentions our product in this blog, so
Oh,
that's
she
kind of cool
does.
too.
Oh, good.
That's a bonus on
Yeah.
top of the extra good blog.
Month 11, residential storage spaces. Okay, so that kind of covers just about
Attics,
everything.
garages,
Attics, garages, yes.
whatever.
And
sheds.
You know, what I think one of the reasons that they waited on this is because that's the place, like when you're organizing the other rooms,
You throw everything there.
take everything,
Oh, let's
like-
bring this to the garage.
In fact, this is good timing because we have a utility room in our basement that this weekend I think I'm going to organize.
Well, hey,
and guess
give you
what?
some tips.
I'm gonna. Well, here's okay. So here's how I'm gonna do it. Then we'll
Okay.
read the tips.
Okay, you haven't read this before.
I haven't read this before.
He's going
either.
blind.
I'm going blind, but I'm gonna pull everything out.
Of the utility room?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's totally. Plus, I want to like clean the floor
Yeah,
and all
of course.
that.
That's all part of it.
Then I'm decide what I want to keep and what I want to toss,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll put it back in. That's my 3-step plan.
Okay, and what are you going to do with the stuff you want to keep? Put it back in
Back
the...
in there in a nice place. This
Good.
this
Okay.
thing the
Is it small?
well, it's a fairly small utility room to begin with, but the little path where you walk,
It's getting
you
tighter
have to
and
go
tighter.
sideways now to get to the other
Ooh,
end. So
yeah, that's tough.
it's too much. Yeah.
That's
so
tough.
anyway, okay. Well, let's see what Organizers Northwest has to tell us about organizing our storage space.
Okay.
Number one, before you begin working in a storage space like a garage or basement, be prepared. That means wear sturdy shoes, gloves, and a mask if necessary.
Do you need a mask to
I
go
hope
into
I don't
yours?
need a mask in that, but
Oh,
you know, I do.
God.
One interesting thing is I do like to wear gloves when I'm dealing with a lot of stuff,
Yes.
especially in the garage. So anyway, okay. Make sure you have plenty of boxes or bins handy for sorting and large garbage bags, which we just bought a big bunch of
Nice.
those.
Good.
And so we'll be prepared. Okay.
Okay,
Number
good.
2, as you work, focus first on placing like items together. Okay. Talking about batching. So I'm going to pull everything out. So what I need to do is maybe pull it out and put it in little piles, right?
Yep, I would
Sort.
say so.
Okay,
Yep.
good. This is kind of like the SPACE acronym that.
Yes, it is.
Great. Okay. Number 3, once the piles are sorted, you can begin to declutter. Ask yourself questions beyond, do I want to keep this? If the answer is yes, then ask when you plan to address that.
Yeah,
Sounds
okay.
familiar, doesn't
yes,
it?
Yes, it does.
Okay, number 4, once you've decluttered, you are ready to containerize.
There you go.
Now, this is a good point. They recommend clear bins for everything in a storage space because that allows
Oh,
you to
gosh,
see
yeah.
through. So that's really a good idea.
I have clear stuff, or clear bins in mine, and it's so handy.
Yeah, it is. Okay, number 5, we recommend creating zones in your storage area, similar to a classroom or other high traffic areas. Zones help you communicate things and
So
know.
Christmas,
Yes.
Halloween. I don't know.
IDK.
IDK, what's over here, we'll keep those in
Yes.
non-clear
That's
bins,
how-
and we'll keep it that way.
That's how Laura would do it. We have to give a shout out to Laura
Hey,
again.
Laura.
Yes, so,
At least she's not sleeping under the steps
no,
still.
she's been back. But now her latest thing is she wants pink hair.
Oh, hey, well,
So
whatever. Doesn't every teenager at some point in their life want
I
pink hair?
don't know. Pink hair. What about? I said, well, what about something a little classier, like gold hair, or no? She's saying pink hair, and then
Just let her do
we're
it.
trying to negotiate. Well, should we
cares?
just maybe the ends? She said, well, can I just do the very ends, and then if I don't like it, I can cut it off. And so, I don't know. Tune in later for
Like
more
pink
saga
like
on the
this?
pink hair
Just
with
bring
Laura.
this home and just color her blonde
Yes.
hair pink.
By the way, I think she loves the shout outs, but she claims she doesn't watch or listen to the show, but then she seems to parrot back all these things we talk about. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Some people do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
The last one, as we said, storage spaces become crowded because we put off making decisions. Keep up the good work. Commit to spending the time to do it. Like I said, maybe on Monday you'll have to ask me, how did it go?
I will try to make a note of that.
All right. Well, let's put the
Okay.
slide up again. Room by room organizing challenge, month 11. Residential storage spaces. This is at organizersnw.com. Okay, next slide.
All right. This is someone we haven't talked about in ages because she hadn't updated her blog in ages. Our friend Leslie Josell.
Okay.
Order out of chaos. Order oochaos.com.
Well, what does our friend Leslie
She's
have to
talking
say?
about the new year, of course.
Well, that's timely.
Starting the new year with enough.
Ooh.
She said she's not going to, go crazy and strive for perfection this year because, probably
Well,
9 times out of 10.
That's easy for her to say because she's already pretty perfect.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Leslie, he's trying to get brownie points.
Yeah,
with you.
no.
All right.
Leslie's pretty sharp. Okay.
She is sharp.
So,
Yep, she
you
is
know,
sharp.
Okay.
So she's talking about practical strategies to get yourself
Ooh,
kind of
I'd like to
organized.
hear
So
some of these strategies.
create an emergency survival kit
Okay, that's
with
a
all
good
the
one.
disasters, fires, tornadoes,
Nice.
flooding.
And
it just makes sense.
And the emergency planning
Of course.
kit that we have
Yes.
available at myOrganized.life.
That's right. Shout
Great.
out to MOL.
There we go.
Make a list of your family's doctors and all the medications everyone takes.
Nice.
That way you have it and you know
You
exactly
could use
where
our
it is.
healthcare organizer
Oh
kit
my-
for that.
This is not
This
planned.
is not a
Okay.
product endorsement.
Corral.
But I'm sure if Leslie was here, she would probably say, "Oh, I love those
I'm
products."
sure she would,
'Cause-
just to,
All right.
butter us up.
Okay.
Corral old photos and home movies and get them onto a DVD.
Ooh,
And you don't
I
have
a
everything
bunch of
anywhere,
stuff like
everywhere.
that.
Yeah, I know. That's a good project.
I might even actually this weekend. I might even run into some of those because that's in that storage
Yeah.
closet.
You're going to be really busy.
You've heard of those? I don't know if you hear on the radio, like Legacy Box. They send you a box and you just put everything in it, and then a couple weeks
Send-
later
yeah.
they send you back a little.
I wonder
flat.
how much that costs.
I don't know. I haven't.
Probably a pretty penny. But
I don't know.
oh well. Okay, time to give your mailbox a makeover. So look into your mailbox. Are you really reading that magazine that comes every month, or is it sitting on the
yes.
end table and you just dust around it? Maybe time to unsubscribe from some of those. That could go for your email inbox too. Wear everything in your closet. So maybe go through your closet. That's what would be my first step, and get rid of the stuff you don't wear and just keep it to a minimum and just make sure you wear everything. It'll be a lot easier to pick your clothes out.
Very good.
So that is what she's
okay,
talking
we'll put
about.
the slide up.
Starting the new year with enough. Leslie Josell, order oochaos.com.
Great. And yeah, she is practically perfect, as Mary Poppins would
Practically perfect.
say. Is that Mary Poppins? Or
I
is
don't
that...
know. I've only seen Mary Poppins once probably, and when I was really, really
By the way,
little.
this is a shout out to, there's a new Mary Poppins out. We actually,
My grandma went and saw it. She said it was fantastic.
I thought it was fantastic too, but it's not getting like a lot of
Really?
exposure out there. So if you've seen the new Mary Poppins movie, put it in the comments. Did you like it or not?
I
It's kind
bet
of a
you
classic.
Julie Bestry has seen that movie.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, of course she has.
She's kind of up on that.
She's up
kinda
on
stuff.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Leslie's seen it. We'll see. Leslie, if you're
Leslie
watching.
goes to the theater a lot.
Yes,
So I don't know if
that's
she
right.
goes to the cinema a lot or
cinema.
not.
Yes, but
Cinema. I like that name.
the cinema.
I should start bringing that back instead of saying the movie theater.
Yeah, the
Going to
cinema.
the cinema.
You know what's great about the movie theaters now are those recliner chairs.
I had one last time. It was
Oh.
broken. It wouldn't recline. I
Uh-oh.
wanted to get kind of a little refund because they rip you off those seats.
I know, but they're really
I
nice.
know.
I mean, it's good.
It is.
Boy, we
Okay.
have gone off.
Wow,
on,
we went from
all
Mary
right.
Poppins to my broken movie theater seat.
Okay, well, we have next week, we have another exciting full week
Yes.
here. Because next Wednesday we have part 2 of Ellen DeLapp's podcast. If you didn't see that on Wednesday of this week, you can go back and see part 1, but part 2 on getting organized if you're ADHD.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And,
being more productive.
being more productive, yeah. So definitely that'll be next Wednesday. We have all kinds of other stuff too.
Yes,
we're
we
going to
do.
surprise you with next week as well. So come back 2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, right here on myOrganized.life live. Get organized now at myOrganized.life. Need to turn those piles into files? We've got you covered. Hundreds of organizing products in a dazzling array of colors and sizes. There's an organizing solution for you. Shop online and they're delivered right to your office. Get organized now. Go to myOrganized.life. That's myOrganized.life. Get organized now at myOrganized.life.